Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are going to take you on a drive on Ocean Boulevard. Ocean Boulevard is the main strip here in Myrtle Beach where all the hotels are. It's called Hotel Row. Like I said, it's also called the Strip. And it is Memorial Day weekend, so it is quite busy. And the roads have sort of different regulations, which we're going to talk about a little bit. But hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We're so glad to have you with us today. So first of all, we want to say a happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you in the U.S. and America. We want to say our thanks to those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom. We are so grateful. If you're not in the U.S., Memorial Day weekend is celebrating those who served our country and paid the ultimate price for our freedom. And also, though, traditionally, it is usually the first big beach weekend of the summer season, if you will. I know it's not technically summer yet, but this is when all the people come into Myrtle Beach to enjoy the summer-like weather, because we do have very warm weather. It's already 81 and it's only 10:18 in the morning. So I was going to mention that if you're wondering where all the traffic is, they are all on Kings Highway right now. We just got off Kings Highway and everyone's out, I guess, getting pancakes or something. There's a lot of pancake houses here if you're not familiar with the area. So there's not as many people. You'll see people walking around, not as much traffic on Ocean Boulevard. Also, there are a lot of barricades on Ocean Boulevard for this weekend because it is so busy. If you don't know this, besides all the people who come here to enjoy the beautiful weather and the 3-day weekend, we also get a huge influx of people for a motorcycle rally that occurs. It's the Atlantic Beach Bike Fest that occurs over this weekend. And so we have a lot of people in town for that on top of the normal beach crowd. So it's a very, very busy weekend. I would say other than 4th of July, it's usually the busiest time at Myrtle Beach. So that's something to keep in mind. You see on the Boardwalk sign there, it says Welcome Bikers. So that's the festival that I was just talking about. Definitely brings a lot of people to the area. So I want to talk about Ocean Boulevard. We are going, if you watch our videos a lot and you see all our Ocean Boulevard drives, we usually go northbound. It just generally films better. That's the reason we go that direction. Today we're going southbound because the northbound lane is reserved for emergency vehicles. You may see some other vehicles in it, but it's meant for emergency vehicles. And also you see the pedestrian barricades on the sides of the road to keep people from basically jaywalking or just walking across where they shouldn't. I don't know if it helps or not, but they do this during any extremely busy period because they usually do this during the 4th of July as well. If you've kept up with our videos, you know that near the boardwalk, main boardwalk area, they have put permanent barricades, and they look much nicer than these temporary ones, permanent pedestrian barricades. And so good. Glad this tall van's turning off. No offense to him, but he was sort of blocking the view. So like I said, you see quite a few pedestrians. Have you been to Myrtle Beach Memorial Day weekend? If so, leave it in the comments and let us know. And let us know how you liked it. If it's a time you love to come or a time you don't love to come. I know before we're locals now, but before we were locals and we used to have a vacation home here, we generally did not come Memorial Day weekend just because it's so busy and there's so much traffic and, that kind of thing. It's just easier to come other times. But for a lot of people, they've got that 3-day weekend and they want to make the most of it and go do something fun, while they've got a holiday, a day off work. So that's what a lot of people are doing, and it is a beautiful weekend. We've had some thunderstorms, but they're intermittent. It's not like a constant rain situation, as you can see. It's just off and on. Once in a while we get like the afternoon. We actually had a quick rain this morning, but it's already gone. So it's definitely a beautiful weekend. Last Memorial Day, it was rainy all weekend, like a lot of rain. And so that's not as much fun, especially for the bikers, when you got that constant rainy situation. There's Lulu's Cafe over to the right where all those people are, so people enjoying some food there. It's going to be a hot one today with it already 81 this early in the morning. It's pretty humid. We walked earlier this morning and it was really sticky even though it wasn't too hot at the time. that we walked. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps us out. It helps other people find our videos, so we appreciate that. And if you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, we put out a couple of videos a week typically, so we will keep you up to date with everything that's going on in Myrtle Beach. So if you'd like to keep up with that, definitely hit that subscribe button so you won't miss anything. Now, this is something I have not noticed before. They always have a heavy police presence during the major holidays, but I've not seen this golf cart situation before. Usually I just see regular police cars, but this time I keep seeing them around the golf carts.
They got lean on something.
I don't know if you could hear Brian. He said they have to lean on something. But my point is, apparently they're using golf carts instead of full-on police cars. And we do have police on bicycles here as well. And you'll see them quite a bit in the summer months. And they'll bike the boardwalk and that kind of thing. And we do have beach patrol as well, police that patrol the beach in usually a pickup truck. And so the police are, throughout the area. And also, if you are visiting and you need help, just general help, look for people in a yellow t-shirt. We might see one as we go by the main boardwalk area. It'll say Myrtle Beach Ambassador. They are there to answer questions that you might have, and they also tidy up the area and things. So that's really great that they do that. And also this weekend, I know they had asked for a bunch of volunteers to kind of help do those kind of things. So definitely look for those yellow t-shirts and they might be able to help you. Also, I'll mention parking because I just saw a parking attendant over to my right. We have a video on where to park in the boardwalk area, so the main strip. So if you're interested in that or any of our videos, you can go to YouTube and search for Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach and then whatever topic you're interested in. So parking, so Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach parking, for example, and that video will pop right up for you. So now we are getting into more of the main part of the strip here. This is the central part. It's also called downtown Myrtle Beach. So you've got the Funplex over to the right, which is an amusement park. It's a small amusement park, but they do have some thrill rides as well as some family-friendly rides. And then you also have the Skywheel coming up. You can see it already. And then this Olympic Flame Pancake House is always popular. I always see a lot of people parked here. A lot of bikes parked here too. Definitely a lot of bikes. And I even see some of those, I think they're called slingshots. I'm not sure what they're called, but you've got Riptides up there on the left. And we are creeping along.
Well, I think it's mainly because of the garbage truck.
Oh, Brian sees a garbage truck up ahead. So that'll definitely make you creep along. This may be the world's slowest tour of Ocean Boulevard. Some of you always say you wish we'd go slower. We always go the speed limit, and unless there's something in front of us, which is 25 miles per hour. I just had someone ask me the speed limit. It's 25 miles per hour on this road because we can't hold up traffic to film. But you're going to get if you've been asking for a slower tour, you are in luck today, courtesy of a garbage truck. And over here to the right, this is the beach house, and I always see a ton of people there too, and they have some nice outdoor seating. If you've eaten at the Beach House Bar and Grill, let us know how you liked it. They opened at 11, so they'll be opening shortly. It's almost 10:30 now. And talk about the Skywheel, we just put out a video recently of a full ride of the Skywheel. So again, you can search for that on our channel. That'd be Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach Skywheel, and you'll be able to find that. And over here on the right, we've got some extreme thrill rides, so like a bungee type ride, slingshot, all kinds of stuff, drop tower. So if you're looking for the more extreme rides, you can find them over there. And as we get into this main part, so the boardwalk is to the left, and it goes about 1.2 miles in both directions. 1.2 miles total, but you can walk either way from here. And there are a lot of businesses along the boardwalk, but also on this side, on the Ocean Boulevard side, you've got all kinds of things. You've got a zombie experience. You've got multiple Ripley's attractions. We'll pass those very shortly. We've got Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is like a museum type situation, but like an interesting one with a lot of quirky stuff. You've got Ripley's Crazy Golf, which is some indoor putt-putt, and it is pretty crazy. I think it's one of the harder putt-putts I've ever done. You've also got Ripley's Mirror Maze and Ripley's Haunted Adventures. Again, we have videos on all of those, so if you want more information, you can buy combo tickets and save some money. No, we're not sponsored by them. That's just a tip. And sometimes they have other specials as well, so definitely check their website. And they have Ripley's Aquarium over by Broadway at the beach, which is not here on Ocean Boulevard, so they do have another attraction here in the area. There's also a ton of gift shops here. One of the most famous, for lack of a better description, is the Gay Dolphin, which is where you see that glass tower right there. That is a huge multi-level gift shop, and they have all kinds of things. And I mean, it's multiple. I don't even know how many levels are in there. Again, we have a video of that if you're interested. They've got Love Sugar over here on the right, and you've also on the left got Myrtle Beach Fries. It has sort of what I would consider like fair food, but people say their fries are amazing. So if you're looking for some good French fries, that's an option. And then you also have coming up here, oh, and there's some people biking. We actually have quite a few biking videos at Ocean Boulevard. We enjoy biking. We were just talking about how last Memorial Day weekend we biked Ocean Boulevard. It's a lot of fun. It gives you a completely different perspective, but of course bike at your own risk. So here's the Ripley's. I forgot to mention their Illusion Lab. That's yet another attraction as well. Again, we have a video of that. And here's the Haunted Mansion and the Mirror Maze. And you've got a couple of arcades coming up. You've got Fun Plaza. You've also got an arcade that's affiliated with the Gay Dolphin, the one that just says arcade on the front. You've got all kinds of food, New York Pizza Kitchen, all kinds of things, more fries, more gift shops. So what's your favorite thing to do on Ocean Boulevard? Leave that in the comments and let us know. What would you say your favorite thing is, Brian, on Ocean Boulevard? Attractions.
All the Ripley's.
He likes all the Ripley's stuff. We have an annual pass to the Ripley's stuff.
I do like Fun Plaza.
Fun Plaza's cool. Yeah, it is nostalgic. They used to have these giant garage doors that they still have the doors that they would open air to the ocean on the boardwalk. They don't do that anymore. Now it's climate controlled. My guess is the expensive arcade games were getting too corroded by the salt air. That would be my guess. But it was cool when you could just waltz in from the boardwalk in those big, like I said, garage style doors. And Peach's Corner is iconic here. That's been there since, I believe, 1939. It's been there a long time, and they've got all kinds of eats, sandwiches, hot dogs. Now that there was a Nathan's up ahead, it closed down. This would be a good place to stop for a hot dog. So here's that Ripley's, believe it or not, that I mentioned. And let's see what's going on up here, if anything. Do they have the volleyball courts up, or are they may be already setting up for the Carolina Country Music Festival. That is in early June. I don't have the exact dates in front of me. But that is a massive festival, and it encompasses this whole area, both on the right and the left where we're at right now. Also, I want to mention to the right, there's been some talk. They tore down the zip lines that were there, and they are talking about redeveloping that area. This is the city of Myrtle Beach, into a multi-use area that's going to apparently have some like apartments, somewhere to live, as well as shops, restaurants, possibly entertainment. They said they're going to model it after the Market Common. There's the 8th Avenue Tiki Bar on the left.
Garbage truck.
And we're catching up with the garbage truck, Brian said. It's still going. Like I said, you're going to really love this if you've been asking for a slow tour. You're getting it today. On the left is a brand new building. It looks like it's going to have condos on the top and shops on the bottom. They have definitely done a lot of work since our last drive. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like some people are going to have balconies on the street side, which would be kind of an interesting view. And now we've completely caught up with the garbage truck as we go down here. So when you stay on Ocean Boulevard, what is your favorite hotel to stay at? Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know when your next trip is, when you're headed to Myrtle Beach. We're always curious about that. Let us know that in the comments as well. And let us know what you think about this garbage truck. We're not a huge fan right now. It's funny, we've had all kinds of issues today trying to get this video going, and now we're behind a garbage truck. I guess we're just not having a positive day. There's Homewood Suites by Hilton on the left. There's quite a few Hilton hotels here, as well as some Marriott hotels as well. Coming up on the left also is the Holiday Sands North. I know some of you have said you like staying there, that it's a pretty reasonably priced place. We haven't stayed there, so we can't speak to it personally. The only two places on Ocean Boulevard we've stayed at, like I said, we were locals, and before that for years we had a vacation home for like 20 years here. So we haven't stayed in a lot of hotels, but we have stayed at the Marriott Residence Inn Oceanfront. That is really nice, but it's really pricey. So, you know, it depends on what you're looking for budget-wise. We've also stayed at the Hampton Inn that's oceanfront, but it's been many years, many years since we've stayed there. But I've heard from some of you that it's still nice. And then other hotels we stay at in the area, which we have videos of the Residence Inn. We also have videos of the Hampton Inn that is at Broadway at the Beach, and the Fairfield Inn that's at Broadway at the Beach. We would recommend the Hampton Inn at Broadway at the Beach. I'm not a huge fan of the Fairfield at Broadway. It's not terrible, but it's not great. So, you know, you can watch the video if you want to see why I say that. But, you know, it's something that's more budget friendly if you're looking for that, for sure. Here on Oceanfront, there's not a lot of budget friendly options. Like some of you did say, this Holiday Sands North on the left was not as bad price-wise. I guess these poor guys are being slowed down by these pedestrian barricades. That's not helping the situation. It's got to be a hot job because it's toasty out here. I guess maybe they get a breeze on the truck. So the Holiday Sands North, for example, that's still on the boardwalk. So when I was saying the boardwalk keeps going, that's what I was talking about right there. Up here we have the Sea Cove on the right, which looks defunct, I think. I don't think that they're open. If you know otherwise, let us know. It's interesting. I guess it's because we're blocked by this garbage truck, but it's interesting there's not more cars. But I guess now, like I said, we've caught up to them, and I guess that's what's keeping the cars away. Because I would, if you could see Kings Highway right now, it was packed with cars, like just non-stop traffic. Over on the left is the Wicked Tuna and the 2nd Avenue Pier. Some of you said you've eaten there and just said it was kind of pricey, didn't really say anything particularly good about it. We ate there when it was a different restaurant and it was really good, but then the Wicked Tuna took over and we have not eaten there since then. But they do have some amazing views. I will say that regardless, because like I said, we've eaten there before they took over and the views were incredible. So a few tips in case you're watching this in the future to prepare for a Memorial Day trip. Like I said, it's really busy here Memorial Day weekend, so a tip I would have is anything you're going to do, and you may say, okay, this is common sense, but some people don't think about it. Anything you're going to do, try to do it early if you can. It's a lot faster to get into restaurants if you go, say, at lunch instead of dinner, and if you go early lunch instead of late lunch, those kind of things. Same with attractions. If you go when they open, it's going to be a lot less crowded. I mean, a lot less crowded. Because a lot of people are going to go to the beach first thing in the morning. And so if you go to attraction in the morning, there won't be nearly as many people. Whereas if you go in the afternoon or evening, it's going to be a lot busier. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just a little tip. Like I said, you know, some of you may be like, yeah, I already know that. But just something that could help make your trip a little more pleasant. Also, as far as pricing, if you book further ahead, sometimes you get better deals. Not always, but with resorts and hotels, if you book more in advance, sometimes you can definitely get a much better deal. Coming up here on the right, we're not to it yet, and it may take a while at the rate we're going, is the Family Kingdom Amusement Park. That is a very nice, well-run family amusement park. It's a good size. What I will say is most of the attractions are geared towards kids. Most of the rides, some are thrill rides, but they don't really have extreme thrill rides. They have a couple of semi-thrilling rides. They have a really fun wooden roller coaster called the Swamp Fox, and you can buy an all-day ride wristband, or you can pay per ride. Also, they do charge for parking, but there's also street parking that's run by the city on Yaupon Drive. It's Yaupon, I believe. That is cheaper usually, unless you're going to stay all day. That's usually cheaper than whatever Family Kingdom is charging for their parking. So if you get there early enough, you could park there at the city parking and probably save some money. But always check the pricing. Everything changes all the time here, so you never know for sure. But we'll get a good view of Family Kingdom as we go by. And on the left is where the Splashes water park used to be. It is, of course, no more because it was torn down quite a few years ago. We don't know what's happening with that. We'll definitely let you know when we find out. But over here on the right is Family Kingdom that I mentioned. We do have a very new video. We just put it out recently of Family Kingdom. And I gotta tell you, it's a lot of fun. We had a great time. And their log flume over there that we're passing is a lot of fun too. It's more fun than I expected it to be. If you'd like to learn more about the Myrtle Beach area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.